Field where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season. We've got a good one in store between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Giants will step. Timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And they get it down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. It's excellent execution to get things started.
On first down, Hurts. Open man has got it, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And what a nice example there of the tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Eagles have 13-3 now on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that can ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hurts. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
On first down, Murray. And some space here. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. That good for 19 on the first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They go back to Murray on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with. They have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week, where the guys on the team would say, hey, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Now Jones. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone since the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet, not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
And that is incomplete with a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Murray will score. Touchdown, New York. So they brought the extra ball game down to the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Matt would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football. Wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's second and 7 now from the 28. An option handoff given to Sanders. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack that this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They'll find his man, Harris Marshall, complete. Well, I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call Some indecision on getting the punt team out there, and they're going to get a delay. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on fourth down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping it for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
But as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off the nose and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, falls on the lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. After 1, 7-0, Audier Sports. They need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Throwing Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This is old Green remembers. When I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. With plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And that will extend their lead even further. The distance was never the question there, but he gets a friendly bounce to carom that thing through the uprights.
Yeah, and when you're trying to hit for 50 plus, you got to expect the ball's going to slide one way or the other. So he's pretty fortunate there. He's able to bank this one in.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up first and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in week 14. And it was the Eagles who got the win on the road, so now they look to finish off the sweep here in Philly. On second and 7, Hurts. It's caught by Sanders. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of ones they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first half, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground. Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up the 4th down. Sets up to throw it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the better way for it.
And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. You can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass they saw it coming, converged on it before you could get much out of it.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them. The other side, the defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I agree with your partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed. But you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so. But maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Big play from a big man. Kayvon Thibodeau off the edge and dropping it behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Hurts to throw. This is Smith to the ground. And they'll have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43. 23 yards to pick up there. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores for games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Goes right back to Smith again. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10-7. 36 yards on the play.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush is just keep
Touchdown, Eagles! Terrace Marshall, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 and 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. Got him there, that's Colin Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on 1st and 10. looking to throw. Jones. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. After that sack, third and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Over the right side is Tucker. That lineup was 17 and now they're still a bit short here for fourth. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Down to inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Kadarius Toney going to elect to bring this one out. And they'll get it down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I think the message was too drastic. I think it was offer that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could put a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep the tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Another run for Murray on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
There's so many different assignments you can have in that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Operating from the gun, Jones. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side, sent the tight end a few steps down the field, and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice game.
They'll give up the gun for Murray.
All right, what's good, Giants this year? Struggling to hold on here. First down there, though. As soon as I get a couple more people in the booth, I'll call the rest of it.
2nd and 9. Jones. Forced out to his left. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite? Arm strength. Yeah, that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
We're gonna get anyone, but I'm still watching. It's gonna be a tough 3rd and long to convert here.
Jones now on 3rd down. He gets this one to Johnson. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
What's up? I haven't really called the games because nobody else is tuned in so far, but I'm just kind of like watching and talking about it at the same time.
Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue.
Jones trying to complete a 3rd and 9 here. Eagles rush only 4. Get plenty of time. He completes a pass there. For a 1st down, barely. They got 11 yards. They needed 9. Oh, by Jones, though.
Good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped it behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Stretch play goes to Murray. He tries to cut it back. Should have taken the edge. Lost 3 on the carry on 1st down. 2nd and 13. 5:45 to play in the 3rd quarter. Giants up 10-7.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of
On their own 45 right now. Just this side of midfield.
Especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10. Right at the 40. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here.
The Giants. Some motion a man inside the slot. It's Murray. Sorry, that's Lindsey. Quarterback keeper up the gut. He'll get the 1st down. Gains 15 when he needs 13.
Hi, Cotton.
Hey.
What's up, buddy?
Having a good time.
Playing Fortnite right now. I was like, you know what?
Might as well, right?
Yeah. Got Packers in my group party here, too. Is it still 10-7?
Nice. Yeah, still 10-7. Giants did get that 1st down, though. Jones on the quarterback keeper. They just rushed for 5 on 1st down, so they're looking good here. 35 the Eagles.
He's got some interesting choices there with Danny Dimes, because he rejected all of his contract offers, and I don't think, Daniel Jones is the type of guy that you're going to go out and pay, $35-40 million, which is going to be the tag price for a quarterback. I think you're better off almost to let him go to free agency, try to give him 20-25, you know what I mean, and try to get him that way, because I don't think anyone's going to give him $25 million. And it's going to be way.
You're not going to get in some like crazy bidding war for him, I don't think.
Yeah, but even if it is, like, is it going to be lower than $40 million? Like, I would assume so.
Yeah, I would think so. Pick up another 1st down here, hand off to Murray.
Let me guess, Scott stretch?
No, it's up the gut.
Nice.
Now running a stretch here and go down in the backfield. Loss of 4.
I was trying to look at the next gen stats, so the direction, I'd say he's probably about 85 to 90% stretch run. Like, that's like his kind of his niche, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, and it looks like he's more of like a one cut and go kind of stretch rather than test the edge constantly. He keeps trying to find a hole, and even when it looks like he has the edge sealed off.
I'm just gonna put it back on mute for a bit here. I gotta finish this game up. I'm gonna shoot at me here.
Kai. Yeah. What's going on, man?
Not much. How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Good.
What's the game looking like? I got the stream isn't popping up for me yet.
Game's looking good, man. Giants up 10-7 and driving right now. Obviously, it's a contest for NFC West power. Who wins the division?
I'm about to get it pulled up here.
Not up on the player movement or injuries or anything, but Latavius Murray appears to be the primary ball carrier for the Giants, which is a little confusing. I don't know if Barkley's suspended or he's injured.
I think he's suspended.
All right, fair enough.
Barkley's out 16 weeks of the dislocated ankle.
Barkley's
Good to
out until
know.
next year. He's gone. I lost him week
Wow.
15.
That's brutal.
That's
Giants inside the red zone here. Second goal from the 7-yard line. Pistol formation. Heavy set. 2 tight ends on the line. Handoff goes to Murray. He'll test just off tackle and get a couple yards. They get down to the 4-yard line where they face 3rd and goal.
What do you think about this AFC powerhouse, Cotton?
AFC powerhouse?
Like so many hard-hitting users in the AFC.
Yeah, it reminds me of like back in the day when the NBA West was so powerful. You know what I mean? Like, but the thing is, when it works like that though, you kind of have it wide open on the other side. You get a chance for like a wild card team to sneak in there from the NFC, and who knows, make it all the way to the Super Bowl and kind of pull off like what the Giants did in real life a couple times.
It's definitely interesting. Like I was watching, and to just know that Block didn't make it into the playoffs. Steelers, who's a great user, Browns, who's a great user, Ravens, who's on the brink of deciding his fate. Swings might not make it because of the Bengals game. Like there's, with it being so many little minute details that goes into everyone's playoff implications, it's just fun to watch.
Yeah, and it's going to be a bloodbath in the playoffs too.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm excited to see it.
Jones QB sneaks into the end zone for a touchdown. Giants are going to go up 17-7 here, fourth quarter.
Following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance.
Kick is up and good.
It's through the end zone for a touchback.
Who do you got to win the whole thing?
I'm gonna go ahead and be biased. I'm going to take myself at 60%. I'm going to give 20% to Texans just because I have the respect for them. And then I'm going to give 20% over to the NFC to my guy Panthers, who I think is making a really good push this year. And then I have to go another 20% towards Clutch, who's always been a good user. I just don't. When it comes to Clutch and MJ, I just don't know if they're gonna finish it off. Like they always get so far, and then they just choke at the end. So
yeah, like Clutch always reminds me of like Marty Schottenheimer, who he like put together these like 13-3 seasons, and then he flame out in like the second round of the playoffs. Yeah, it's just, I've seen, and at this point we've seen it for what, 7 or 8 seasons. We've seen that happen.
Exactly. Back to back. It's great season. Beats the top users. Comes out. He plays really a really good game, and then just once it gets to playoff, it's like just something totally different. It's just same thing with Panthers or MJ. He comes out, he beats a whole lot of good teams. Once he gets to playoffs, it's like playoff Pete. It's just like that.
It's easy to have that one game, though. I mean, it's easy to have one too many turnovers, and then it makes it unwinnable. I mean, that's just how this game kind of works.
Oh yeah, for sure. And see, that's why I like when I playing Matlack. Because our games is so keen on whoever makes the first mistake. Same thing whenever I play Goku. It was whoever makes the first minute mistake. Pick, whether it's a fumble, whether it's getting stuffed on a fourth down, just anything like that. Just where that momentum swings so heavy, and you can feel it from the user, like all of his hard work to get all the way down the field, and fourth down, just don't get that push across the sticks.
Yep.
To see it, I feel really good about my team and the way they're playing. James Cook has had an amazing season. I don't know if you know anything about the stats, but my defensive line is going absolutely bonkers with Ed Oliver and Von Miller combining for over 40. I want to say it's over 35 sacks. I'm gonna say 35.
Wow.
But yeah, so I'm confident in that, and then I'm ready to see it. Hopefully, the playoffs don't go as slow as it did last year, and we just
hopefully we can knock it out and get it done fast.
Oh yeah.
So the Eagles get a touchdown they need. Game's 13-17 now. They missed the extra point. 6:51 to play in the fourth quarter. It's up 17-13. Got the ball.
Based off of what you've seen, who do you have? Based off of what you've seen since you've been back.
Just what I've seen since I've been back, and then also looking at once I got into the league and everything, looking at the stats and the rankings and everything. Because you can never really trust. I don't really trust Neon Sports or any kind of like website, completely. It seems like those stats are always askew a little bit. I like your chances. I like your chances a lot. I think you gotta look at the two favorites. It's got to be you and the Texans. And at the end of the day, I think your roster is better than theirs. It's like you said, the first person to make a little mistake, but Allen is much more able to recover from mistakes than is Davis Mills. So,
and see, if we meet up, and I've told a bunch of users this when we talk about what happens if I meet up against Texans. I feel like I have a really, really big chance at winning, mainly due to my roster. I feel more comfortable in my roster, and I see a lot of the times he is. I feel a lot of the times he is saying that his roster sucks or this whatever. He hasn't felt the comfortability in his roster yet, even though he's done really well throughout the season. But this last stretch, I've seen him get a little bit more pissed off at some of his players, the way they were playing, or the way he had been playing versus some of these users. So I don't think he's as comfortable in his roster as I'm comfortable in mine. So I feel like I have the slighter edge going into this one. Like I'm really confident going into the playoffs this year. But surprisingly, I am most excited out of this whole season for the draft. I finally have a first round pick. Yeah. I typically trade it off every time I get into a league. This is the first time I've ever had a first round pick, so I've been doing some scout all season long. I think I know who I'm going after. So I'm excited to see.
Good. Yeah, the draft is always like one of the high points of the season for me, like because I always do the draft show and everything like that. So I put a lot into scouting once I have the keys to it. I just basically a couple weeks ago, or a couple weeks in the season, a couple days ago in real life, finally looked into the league. So got kind of my first look at the scouting and everything like that. It's an interesting draft for sure. I think. It's deep, it's like every other draft. It's deep at some positions, and it's not as much at others. I think you got a pretty good tight end draft here. Sneaky good quarterback draft. There's some options late. Certainly running backs look pretty good. I think there's a lot of options on defense too.
Oh yeah, see, I think so. That's where my key focus is. I think my offense is pretty much set in its ways right now for the next year or two. I have a really young running back who's already showing great numbers. I have a QB, franchise QB. I got a great wide receiver. I'm hoping to keep him at high 90s with the abilities. And then I know Gabe Davis has been showing out for me. Tight end just got Dawson Knox to superstar. But for me, I'm missing in safeties. Having to let go of Jordan Poyer this season is going to be tough. And then trying to find his replacement, and then Micah Hyde's replacement for next season. And then I already have no linebacker depth, so that sucks for me. So I'm hoping to get a couple steals in the second and third round when it comes to linebackers. But defense is where my focus is this off season.
I want to try to improve on both sides of the ball. I got a couple good trades cooking right now, and I'm gonna make some moves. It pretty much took me like 5 minutes to use up my available trades for the off season, so there was that. And yeah, I got a couple of picks coming my way, so I'm gonna sneak back into the first round. Hopefully somewhere in the middle to late first round. And, I've got a few prospects in mind. Nothing for sure yet. I'm not really positive on who I want to take though.
Honestly, just hearing the trade talks between you and Packers, man, that kind of spooked me a little bit earlier. I'm like, I can imagine it being a really, really good trade. I know how I feel about Rashawn Gary. I know he's a monster. I know how I feel about Nick Bosa. So, if Nick Bosa on that roster,
yeah,
man, and then I could only imagine once he gets if he goes for after a re-roll, I can only imagine what he does if he ends up landing one of those high key abilities with Nick. And then Rashawn Gary just getting ability. As soon as Rashawn Gary gets superstar, he gets full ability. So it's kind of exciting to see that as well.
Gary's so much faster and has so much better coverage numbers that, like, I think the versatility there. He can drop down. We're going to play multiple defense. He can drop down on the 4-3 play at the end. Great. But then on the other side of it, he can also play that outside linebacker position, and he's nasty off the edge, and he can also cover.
Who would I rather, Hunter or Lance? That's a tough one. I would still. It depends. It depends on if I needed a QB. If I needed a QB, I'm taking Trey Lance all day. If I'm the Texans and I was offered Danielle Hunter or Trey Lance, I'm taking Trey Lance. If I'm a team like the Packers who has Aaron Rodgers, then I'm going after Danielle Hunter for that season, and then just going after a QB in the draft. That would be my plan. Like if if I started the league out with the Packers, I told everybody, like I had this talk with Clutch. I said I would have a written out scheme of what I would do with the Packers. I would automatically, as soon as I get the team, look to try to see if I could trade away Bach. Try to get some draft picks or a late first or a mid first, and then trade those 2 firsts for an early first to get my my QB, and then the defense is already stout. You got 2 good wide receivers in Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs, who are really, really fast in Madden. And then Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon is just like watching beauty. If you like to run the ball, having that team is just it's if you plan it right, if you market that team right, they could be the best team for the entire 7 to 10 years that we plan on doing the league. I love that team. That team is absolutely disgusting. Who would you rather have, Cotton? Danielle Hunt or Von Miller?
Probably Hunter, only because they're similar. He's a few years younger.
Does Danielle Hunter have that edge speed ability? Let's go see. Oh, he has speed.
Extra credit.
Oh, but he has 87 speed. That's wild. Oh, sorry, I didn't answer the question. MJ, Ed Oliver is back. He's fine. He will be playing for playoffs. And Vaughn is back. And Gregory Rousseau is back. So my whole D-line is back. They're healthy and ready for playoffs.
Sounds nasty. All right, well, I'm going to hop off. The game's over, and I'm going to go spend a little time with my wife and go to bed.
Nice talking to you, Cotton.
Hey, you too, man. You too. Good game, guys, and everybody else stay classy.